All right. Welcome back, everybody. It is Tuesday, May 12th, and I can't believe that I'm saying that because that means in 3 days, I am done with my year of college. I will be home for the summer, and I am really looking forward to that, being home with my family and all that stuff. But I, at the same time, I'm gonna miss this place, but I'm gonna be back in a couple of months for my final semester as an undergrad, and we'll see what goes on from there. But I hope you guys are ready for a fun podcast because we've got some fun topics to talk about. But starting off with this one. Half of our draft class is already signed. So the people that are signed are Xavier Thomas, Malik Muhammad, Keshawn Elliott, and Jordan Vandenberg. Um, and this is normal because the later round guys usually sign like right away, and then when it comes to your first and second round draft picks, they sign near the end of training camp or like leading up to training camp. But usually we are in like the top 10 of draft picks. So usually they wait even longer to make sure they can get the most guaranteed money and all that stuff. But with us being at 25 this past year, I do think that they'll sign sooner, but I would imagine that it's still around training camp time. Um, but I mean, I really like, getting the later guys signed right away. Um, and we also got their rookie numbers, which I didn't put in the topics, but I mean, I kind of want to go over that because that was cool. So let me just search that really quick. Uh, um, there are a couple ones I know off the top of my head. Like I know Dylan Thieneman is repping his 31 from college, so we'll have a new 31 in town, which is kind of cool. The the next one I'm about to mention, I don't know if it should be worn by anyone else because of the person uh, that wore it before him, and it doesn't really sound like an offensive lineman's number. Logan Jones is wearing number 54, and everyone should know who that was previously rep by, but if people somehow don't, it was Brian Urlacher, and I'm sorry, that just doesn't feel like a offensive lineman number. That feels like a linebacker number. Um, and then Xavier Thomas, at least right now, is supposed to be wearing 81, um, which is kind of cool. I mean, Megatron wore that number, but Megatron was also 6'5", so that's a little bit of difference. But let me look up the rest of the rookie draft class numbers uh, really quick on Twitter. Okay, here we go. Okay, so no, that's okay. So Malik Muhammad's gonna wear 24, which actually is kind of cool for a corner. I like that. Keshawn Elliott is going to be wearing 49, which he repped in college. So we also have a new Tremaine Edmonds around, but we'll see if Elliott actually lives up to those expectations. Sam Roush is going to be wearing 87, which I like for tight end. And then Jordan Vandenberg is wearing 96, which I do like for a defensive lineman. But 54 to me just doesn't make a lot of sense for an offensive lineman. Again, I think that's a linebacker number. But I do like the fact that he wants to honor Urlacher's legacy. But at the same time, I don't necessarily think his legacy needs to be honored because he was a great player for the Bears. but at the same time, we retire so many numbers that there's only a certain amount to pick from. But what are your thoughts, Michael, on this?
Yeah, I'm gonna go into the 54 real quick.
Sure,
I don't like it. I don't like it. I think that number should be retired for us personally.
dude. As much as I
It should be.
totally agree with you, we have like I want to say we have like 40 numbers retired. It's insane.
It's not that much. I think we do have like 20, but
We have
there
too much. We have
realist
too much.
realistically there should be 5 numbers retired. Urlacher's
There should be
54.
Urlacher,
Well,
Peyton.
okay. Dicka,
Uh huh.
um, Gale Sayers,
Uh huh.
and oh my, I'm blanking. I'm blanking.
Mike Ditka.
I said Dicka.
Oh, you did. Singletary.
Yeah, those are the five. And then everyone else, and 23.
That's a good one. Yeah, but that's
But
currently being worn by
yeah,
someone who might honestly get cut soon. But yeah, 54 to me just doesn't scream offensive lineman. When I think of offensive lineman, I think of like 60s and 70s. And I hate that
yeah,
I kind of did just do the 6-7 trend in a way,
you
but
did 60s to 70s. You're good. You're
still,
good
like
there.
most of offensive linemen wear, in the 60s to 70s, and that makes more sense. I still am, not looking forward to the time when I have to see the number 67 on the field for the Bears again. Oh God, that's gonna be in my nightmares. Um,
Yeah, it's still in my nightmares.
but uh, but who knows? Maybe Logan Jones just blows Garrett Bradbury out of the water and wins the battle in training camp, and we don't have to see it, which
Yeah.
I would not be against at this point because I just don't say those numbers anymore because of the fact that it's a stupid trend. But I am glad that most of our draft class is signed, and I think in the next maybe month or so we might see uh, the rest of our draft class signed just because with us being later in the draft, they usually sign faster. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's all about them getting their guaranteed money. That's all it is. Like
I
the
mean,
contract's fine, it's just guaranteed money at that point.
yeah, I mean, like for example, um, and this isn't a great example, but um, Jalen Carter when he was drafted by uh, the
Eagles.
Eagles, 10th overall in 2021,
Nine.
or what?
Nine, right.
Oh,
Nine for
nine,
in
nine, nine.
23.
Yes, in 20 and wait, no, why did I say 2021? That wasn't right. Jesus. 2023. 2023. Um uh he signed like the day after uh being drafted. Now there's a reason for that because he was in legal trouble. Like he wanted to literally just get his money so he could pay it off, but I mean no no you know first round draft pick signs immediately usually unless they have some you know something going on with them. But um I mean, you got anything else to say about this or
No, I mean they're just gonna take a while just to get the guaranteed money in their favor. That's all it
yeah,
is.
I mean last year Luther Burden didn't sign until like right before training camp because he wanted the whole contract guaranteed, and he finally got it because
That was because that one person messed it up for everyone. Got all guaranteed money and
and
none of
then
the second rounders
and then it and then it
signed.
and then it was like every second rounder got all of their money guaranteed. It was insane.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
So going into the next topic, the NFL schedule release is Thursday, and we this is gonna be a fun one for the Bears for just the whole league really. There are some games that we already know. Let me pull that up on my computer really quick and read that for you guys. Um, so um, games that we already know include so week one, the 49ers and Rams play in Melbourne. But that is also, it's important that I note this. That is also on Netflix. So for the people that possibly could be like away at college, and wanting to watch that, uh, if you don't know, Netflix has this thing where if you're out of your household, you can't use Netflix. There is a loophole for that, but you have to send a code to the person's email that uh, has the Netflix, and if that's you, that's fine. But some of us aren't those people. But that's a good week one. So that's Thursday. Um, and the Cowboys and Giants are playing Sunday night for week one, and then Monday night for week one is Broncos at Chiefs. That's interesting because we don't know if Mahomes is going to be back at that point. I hope he is, but I don't know. Um,
You get to
but
see Jay Fields, baby.
that'd be fun. That'd be fun. But also, Jason or Justin Fields against the Broncos defense, he might be running for his life at that point.
Hey, dog, he already runs for his life, anyways.
That's true. That's true. Uh,
We know that.
and
Us
then
Bears
week
fans
two,
know.
week two, Thursday night is Lions at the Bills, and this is really cool because that's actually going to be the first game for the Bills at their new stadium. And from what I've seen, their new stadium looks awesome. Um, And then week three, we've got Ravens at Cowboys in Rio, which is cool. And then week nine, we've got Bengals at Falcons in Madrid. So if any of the Bears fans that watch this wanted to see an overseas game or a out of the country game, we're gonna have to be looking at next year for that because there's no more overseas games that we could have. Um, but and then there's only one Thanksgiving game that we know so far, but that is Eagles at Cowboys. And if I'm not mistaken, the Cowboys always play on Thanksgiving, right?
Cowboys, Cowboys and Lions always play.
We we
So
we could be the
I
other we could be the
yeah
Lions game. That'd be
yeah
fun.
I think, and we typically the Bears have been playing every other year on Thanksgiving. So
And they didn't
I
play
think
last
this
year.
might.
They played on Black Friday. So there's a
Mm,
possibility. So there's another game that we might know we might have. Like we don't know the Bears schedule. None of it has been leaked for us, but I do have a prediction which we will get into in a couple of minutes. Uh, but I mean, what are your thoughts on the games that we already know, and how excited are you for the NFL schedule release, Michael?
yeah, personally, I love when this is released. I like to know like who we're playing at home and stuff, because in case I do want to buy a ticket, which this year I'm thinking about a game,
Uh huh.
thinking about going. So, and hopefully that's the Pats versus Bears. I hope that's at home.
I think as much as I hate to burst your bubble, I'm pretty sure that's an away game.
Yeah, I know. That's what I think it is, but I don't know. Or man, I don't. I'm I hope we get this Wednesday game, but
That's what it's looking like
that's
because
that's
there's
what it's looking like.
but we'll talk about that in
Yeah.
a couple minutes. But I mean, yeah, this is just a fun time of year, man. It's a fun time of year. Um, all right, so going into this is kind of a hard topic to talk about because there's not a lot to say because rookie minicamp is 2 days long. There's no pads. There's no hitting. It's you know it's undrafted free agents in the draft class just playing pitch and catch. For to get them acclimated to the NFL world, which getting them acclimated is kind of a stretch because you can't really get acclimated till you put the pads on and tackle. But I mean, from what I've seen, uh, Sam Roush has been really good, the tight end that we drafted. Uh, People have been talking about Thomas's speed, and also they really have also been talking about uh, Dylan Thienemann's um, like leadership skills for a rookie. I mean, this kid just goes in there and like yeah, sure he may make a mistake, but the next play when they do it again, he fixes it. Like which I mean is literally like Ben Johnson's makeup, which is awesome. But I mean, uh that's like all I've seen from tweets because now even reporters can't even bring their phones into practice anymore. So there's no like clips of anything, and that really kind of sucks for me. But what are we supposed to do? You can't complain. But I'm really looking forward to this next training camp because for most of the team it's going to be year two with essentially the same staff. I mean, a little bit of difference, but when you can keep, you know, 80% of your staff ish. I mean, I could probably go as far as 90%. But when you can keep most of your staff, that's big for to make sure that your team is doesn't have to start over. And for the first time in a while, the Bears don't have to do that. It always felt like, we were in a 4-year cycle and then we'd start over and just, be redrafting a quarterback, learning a new system, all that stuff. But this year, most of it's the same. I mean, yes, we lost Declan Doyle, but there's one person that I thought that we'd lose, and that was Al Harris. I thought we'd lose Al Harris to a DC job somewhere, but he didn't take any. I mean, he took interviews, but no one offered him a DC job, which I am quite thankful for because I really want to see how Dylan Thienemann has, or has his rookie year with Al Harris as his DB coach. That's pretty good. But what are your thoughts on this, Michael?
Yeah, minicamp, to be honest, I didn't really even pay attention to.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of forgot what was going on. And like you said, like they don't even bring anything in. Like you can't really get anything out of it clips wise and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, going off of what you said, we we lost what, one person or two?
We lost. Well, I mean, technically, if you include the front office, we lost two people. We lost uh, um, Declan
Ian
Doyle and
Cunningham.
Ian Cunningham, but that's it. So
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm excited for training camp just because it's everyone's basically the same. It's the same people. And to be honest, we're probably gonna have the same head coach and DC for
the whole time, unless
5, 10 years probably.
yeah, unless because I don't I agree with you. I don't believe that Dennis Allen will ever will. get another head coach job somewhere because of his two failed stints already. The only way that I could see that he doesn't, be the DC the whole tenure uh, of Ben Johnson's career as the Bears head coach is if he retires, which
Yeah.
which Dennis Allen is in his 50s. I want to say. I'm looking it up right now. Um, he is. He's 53. Little younger than I thought. I must admit, I thought he was maybe in his mid 50. I thought he was like 56, but he's 53. And Ben Johnson, uh, either yesterday or today, just turned 40. I think it was yesterday he just turned 40. So Ben Johnson should have at least another 15 years in this league, which would be awesome for the Bears.
Hopefully 25.
That's a lot. I mean,
all with the Bears.
I mean, I agree with you that I want it to be all the rest with the Bears, but 25, that's a lot, man. That's a lot. But
I can hope.
we can all hope. I mean, before this, Bears fans, all we had was hope. So I can't necessarily say that it's too far fetched out there. But going into our last topic, I am gonna try and I want us to try and predict a couple of games here. The first one for me is kind of easy. I believe that our week 1 game will be Chicago Bears versus the Seattle Seahawks. I'm not sure if it's going to be home or away. I would think it would be away. Wouldn't you think, Michael?
Yeah. It'll probably be away.
But if anyone is wondering how I got to that prediction, I actually predicted this 3 or 4 weeks ago. Because, I didn't predict it. I said that was what I wanted it to be. But someone came out with a tweet that said likelihood for not likelihood, but uh, who could be playing the Seattle Seahawks week 1 of the NFL season. Teams on that list were the Chicago Bears, the Arizona Cardinals, the Chiefs. There's 2 more that I can't think of right now.
The Chiefs can't. Chiefs already got that Monday slot.
Oh, well then that cross that out. So, and no one's going to give the Seahawks an easy win. They want a game for the kickoff game, and if I can find that, I wish I could find that tweet, but the Bears and Seahawks just screams a perfect kickoff game. I mean, Kobe Bryant would be literally returning to his old stomping ground to play his former team, and hopefully lay out some hit sticks. But I just it's got to be the Bears and Seahawks, and to have the first game of the NFL season, that's actually a really good advantage for the Bears because they'll play on Wednesday, and then they don't play that next week and until probably Sunday. So they'd have like 10 days in between games. So they'd have a little bit of an extra rest, which would be really beneficial. I'm gonna say that we do play the Lions on Thanksgiving. That would be my next prediction. I would love to try and predict when we play the Patriots. I just don't know when that could be. I really hope it's not in December. I'd like it to be
I was
early in
about
the
to say
season.
that. I was about to say a Christmas game.
I will say this though. That would be one hell of a Christmas game. That would be one hell of a Christmas game. But do you have any predictions, Michael?
Well, I think I agree with all yours. I do think we play Lions on Thanksgiving. I think we play the Seahawks on that Wednesday.
On that Wednesday?
I do think we play the Patriots on. I hope we get a Christmas game. I do think if we do get a Christmas game, it's the Patriots. And then I do think we play. I don't know what week or whatever, but I have a feeling we'll play the Bills on a Monday night.
Ooh, that's a good. I didn't think to predict that because I totally forgot that DJ's there now. But there's one more game that I want to ask you about. When do we play the Packers the first time?
I hope we honestly. I hope they're our first division game.
So like in the weeks 1 through 4 ish
Yeah.
area.
Yeah.
That's an important snippet because it's been said that Micah Parsons would not return from his injury until about week 4 or 5. So if we could now,
Watch. They're gonna schedule us week 6 against Packers.
if they do that, I am going to be so upset because they just want Micah Parsons to be back so they could so they'll have a better game, which I totally understand for rating purposes. But at the same time, I would love to have a leg up on the Packers, early on in the season. And
And I'm gonna say this. I do think both of our Packers games are Sunday night games.
I hope you're right. I hope you're right. Because that is the rivalry that started football. That is the rivalry that started football. That just and yes, for the last, 20 years we've had, the Packers have had our number, but that's because we've had crapshoot, coaches. Now we actually finally for the longest time have actually have a bad, a good a good type of coach that knows how to win. And I just I think finally that the Bears and the Packers are evenly matched with our coaches. Going into like the last like 3 or 4 years, I was never like, oh yeah, we have a total chance to win. But last year, it was always like, we have Ben Johnson. We totally have a chance to win. Totally. Like,
Yeah.
and now, I mean, it's just like I have now. I'm sure that all Bears fans have the Packers game circled, but like I have it circled like 10 times because I know that there's a chance that we actually win instead of, you know, instead of just like rather not putting it on because I know that we're going to get our butts kicked. But um I I'm really looking forward to this season. We do have the strongest schedule again because I want to say that we had it the same way last year. But
Last year was second hardest.
who was first? Do you remember?
The Lions.
The Lion, the Lions. Wow. Okay, that's
They won division.
Well, anyway, we have the hardest strength of schedule this year. It's 56% at like 0.560. I'm not that scared because we have one of the best play callers in the history of football as our head coach, and we have the next great quarterback in Caleb Williams. We're gonna be just fine. We're gonna be just fine. I We went 11-6 last year. I would love to see a 12-5. Do I think that's possible? It depends. But that's what I want. I mean, I still believe that we'll get double-digit wins because of our coaching staff and our team. But you know, as long as we can stay in the realm of where we were last year, I'll be happy. And honestly, I'm gonna be happy anyway because I'm a Bears fan. So as long as we're not, back in the top 10 for draft picks, I don't care. You know. But I think that's gonna be it for today. Unless Michael, you have anything else to say. What
No,
would your
I just want to say my record. I'm
yeah?
looking
What
at
would
it
your
now.
record prediction be?
Who we're playing? I think we go 4-2 in our division.
Okay.
I think we go 3-1 against the the NFC South, even though I feel like
So
we
that's
probably
seven
could
and
go four and
three.
zero.
That's
Yeah,
7-3 right now.
and then I could see possible two and no, I think we go 3-1 against the AFC East. 'Cause I
So
think
that's
we beat the
seven and
Dolphins,
four.
Jets pretty easily, and then I'll, we either beat the Bills or the Patriots, one of the two. And
So
then
what?
I think we lose to the Seahawks, and I think we beat the Eagles and Jags.
So what is that? Is that 12 and
12 and
5 or
5.
13-4?
12-5.
12-5. All right. If we personally, if we can be 12-5, or if we could be like in the realm of 10-7, 11-6, or 12-5, we're golden. We're golden.
But I'm gonna be honest. I could see us having a 14-3 record as well. But then I also could see the opposite way. I could see us for some reason, maybe a couple injuries, we go 8-9. Possibility.
Hey, I'm just gonna say this. We had a bunch of injuries last year, and we still ended up 11-6. So
Yeah.
I
But
don't think I don't think we're in that big of trouble with. I mean, I don't want injuries to happen, but I do think that if they do happen, I think with this coaching staff and the way they coach, we'll be just fine. We'll be just fine
yeah.
to be in the same realm of wins and losses that we were last year. Just want to remind everybody to like, comment, and subscribe so we can keep bringing you the best Bears content that we can. And uh, we'll see you guys next time. Hopefully that'll be soon. But that might not be until the next minicamp, which is, I want to say, at the end of May. So we'll see you guys then, and have a good night.